Hello traders, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in today's YouTube video. My name is Darius and today we're going to make a trade recap. We banked 17R on just one trade on the GBPUSD within the inner circle. I shared my ID with the exact rules that you need to apply in order to get involved in that trade the day before. Okay, everything was clear. It was a textbook example of it, and boom, we made profit. Now guys, the problem is what I wanted to talk just before I'm going to get right into the trade recap is that I've been looking on so many Instagram pages. I've been watching so many traders trying to trade smart money concepts. Okay, I'm just facing it right now into my own Discord channel from people who've been joining my inner circle, and I just see that they are just trying to map out every single order block. They're trying to define the structure on the way on how they've learned it, but at the end you will have a big problem when you're trading smart money concepts. Okay, and the reason for that is because you do not have the experience. Okay, trading smart money concepts will give you a large space, okay? A large space on how to make your own interpretation of the current situation on the charts, okay? So some will say this is a long, some will say this is a short. And this is actually why the Forex market is still super aggressively when it comes for new traders who are trying to attack it with these smart money concept traders. Now, understanding what smart money concept is the first thing very good. It's much better than trying to learn these retail trader concepts, because I see right now the smart money concepts are getting more popular, but this is at the same time a very big problem because you're just throwing that knowledge. This is what the majority of these mentoring programs are doing. They're just giving you the whole knowledge, right? So they're really giving it to you, and this knowledge is not ultimately a big secret, to be honest, because you can find it, but the problem is the refinements. Okay, the own interpretation of the smart money concepts. Is this more a long or is this more a short? You just know the overall rules, you just know how to proceed, but the thing is the way of your interpretation. Are you going to take this order block, or are you going to map it out on the 4-hour time frame? Are you going to map it out on the 1-minute time frame? Are you waiting for further confirmations, or are you going to risk a high risk entry? Is it worth it or not? So there are a lot of questions which the majority of the smart money traders, smart money concept traders are still dealing with, and this is why I created the inner circle, because I'm putting there my whole knowledge that I have, and I've been trading right now this stuff for 3 years. So I'm 3 years Forex trader, and I just put my whole knowledge that I gained over these years into this Discord channel. So you got exactly the whole education. So here, just a quick check over here. This is how I share with them my ID. So it's just giving you right now the ID that I have with the exact rules. So here, price action confirmation. It's here in the education part. It's the exact patterns that I have that I'm using. And this is what we at the end used for this entry over there. And my whole Discord channel is built on to get educated in the first place, getting Zoom calls with me where you can ask your questions. Then you have here that exercise part. This is here where you have every single education part. You can exercise it there, and I will correct it because this is super important. Are you even doing it the right way, right? This is kind of the things which you don't have in the mentoring programs most of the times, but me personally here, I'm going to look after you, and this is why I don't want to have here a very big channel. No, I just would like to focus on some of you traders and to really make profitable traders out of you, because this is actually the key out of everything. Otherwise it just doesn't make sense, right? Just throwing knowledge away is just nothing worth at the end. Here we have our analysis part where everybody's sharing their IDs, so it's really kind of a nice community. We also have here refinements, so very detailed stuff over there, and the content will be updated as long as I'm still continuing to trade, right, I'm getting more and more experiences, and I will just face more refinements, and I'm going to always update you over there. But enough talking right now, guys. It's just kind of mindset talk, because we also have mindset over here, just to probably catch you, probably, and speaking from your heart, because I know exactly what kind of situation you probably are facing right now, because I've been going through the same thing. So when I discovered smart money concept, I was so happy, because I completely understood the whole forex market, but in reality I did nothing. Really, I did nothing. It was for me kind of even harder to figure out these concepts on how to use them properly, or to make for me profit at the end. And it just took me some months and years to at the end be profitable with smart money concepts, and at the end to be very good in profit. Okay, guys, enough talking for today. Let's get it right started with this video. That was the entry. That was the trade actually. So 17R, pretty nice. So I closed it here just to be sure about it, because we could still expect price to go lower, right? So here we have just a major structure point on the 1 hour time frame, and I know also here we got liquidity, and as you can see, price actually took out this liquidity. And let's see if it will go lower. So if it will go lower, I will just look to get another position involved. We're in a circle. We already know how to deal with that. They all know the second scenario which I'm expecting. And yeah, I would say let's get it started with a full breakdown analysis, going through every single step. Now, what I usually do when I open the charts, I'm always doing a higher time frame analysis. It's not always necessary right now when it comes to my strategy, because I'm just trying to catch the next impulsive movements to the upside or to the downside. But it's always kind of good to understand where the price is supposed to go on a higher time frame basis. The problem with the higher time frames, which you will have, is actually that the higher time frames are fundamentally driven. What does that mean is that the price could change from week to week the direction, okay? And this is why you get at the end ranges, okay? This is why the price will not break to one side, because it's not possible, but it will go pretty close to that one side, like it did over here, for example, on the weekly time frame. You had actually here a weekly low, and this is what the price at the end didn't broke it. It just faked out just to get more traders trying to short it in order for the market to go up higher. So I explained this thing already on my YouTube channel, because you got here three types of traders who are losing it. The first one, who are trying to buy immediately at the support. They will be faked out with this movement to the downside. So let's go to the daily time frame to see it more nicely. Then you got the fake out traders, right? Breakout traders trying to buy it from here, from the break and retest. What the price is doing, it's just moving up higher. So you're losing here on every single direction. So you can never be 100% right over there. But how you can be right over here is to just watch this kind of thing, and to keep it in mind that it's potentially a manipulation. And when I expect a manipulation, then I will not just trade it, right? I'm just waiting for further confirmations. I explained over here how I made 134R here with just 3 trades within the inner circuits. Also explained it was kind of more than simply, because I kept my eye on this level for a long time, and everybody who's been watching me right now for a long time, you know it already, that I was mapping out this level, right? So I've been always reminding you, this is my weekly range. When I tell you weekly range, keep your eyes on the weekly range, what the market is going to do there. Will it break it? Will it not break it? Will it fake it out? And this is kind of the thinking which you need to have when it comes to smart money concepts. And this is what you will not get teach, because you're always getting teached on how to do it, right? So you're always getting teached, yeah, you're in a bearish range, you are in an order block, price is supposed to do this and this. Yes, but there are tons of OBs, guys, okay? There are always a tons of possibilities as well as over here. But how do you know at the end what one will be the one which is going to be successful, right? And this is what you will always gain through experiences. And this is why I'm always sharing my analysis, because this is how I can share with you my experience. Okay, let's continue. Now, price used this liquidity here at the end to bring the price up higher, but how far? Well, actually not really far, because we got here the next weekly range in this case. Of course, you also have one over here. This is kind of more on a higher time frame basis. This one over here is more on the monthly. But what is important for us here is we got that weekly bearish pressure to the downside, right? So we could still expect price to go lower here and to even break this range. Okay, this is nothing which the market cannot do, so price could easily break it to the downside. But for us right now, it's just important to understand, okay, we are within these two levels currently. Let's switch lower, daily. Now, well, daily actually faced this daily supply zone, and within a supply zone they're also trapping everybody, okay, because people are trying to short, then it comes all the way up, down, up. What is price doing? Boom, dropping to the downside is at the end the answer. But did you recognize it in time? Well, the majority not, because otherwise the price would have been going to the upside. That's kind of the thing. Now you got over here daily level of demand, and that was for me right now one of my important things. So I've seen it where and a very interesting POI. Now the question still is, because I'm going to give you an update, because this is right now the current situation, price could easily go lower before doing this, and price could even break it. So keep that in mind. Price doesn't need right now to go up higher. This is why I closed my position already. So I've been banking 17R profit. Now I see retail traders never trying to even target 17R. This is not possible with trend line strategies. Okay, 4 hours. Currently moving to the upside, all right? What I would like to see is price right now targeting this liquidity here above it. So price could easily go up higher. Already currently price is here. Yeah, looks super interesting. So more bullish pressure is about to come very soon. But let's talk about this thing little later on. Let's just talk about the ID. Now the ID was price actually generating this liquidity, which is a future target point for me. Price is moving down, moving strongly to the downside. So with that strong movement, the smart money traders targeted a specific liquidity within the market. Now what I did is I refined this kind of thing to the lower time frame, and I discovered this zone. So I've been deleting this one, and I've been actually mapping out other zones as well. But for my trade ID, this zone was the only one which was relevant, and I switched down then to the lower time frames. Now what I've seen here is that the price actually moved strongly to the downside. That was the one thing which we already discovered 24-hour time frames, and price started to consolidate. Now for me it was clear price was in an accumulation phase, and price expanded to the upside. Now whenever you see something like that after a huge drop, you have both traders. So you have traders who are looking for longs, and you have traders who are looking for shorts for the bearish continuation. Now what the smart money, the real smart money, is about to do here is to clear everybody out of the market. So the direction that they want to go is definitely long, okay, because you got this bearish structure. So you have the majority who is looking to go bearish. Now we know that, but we also know that smart money is clearing both sides, the longs and the short people. This is why the price dropped one more time, crazy to the downside, and this is why my entry was exactly over there. So we took out liquidity that was resting here below here. Price took it. I had a very tight stop loss, and I closed it right over there, because that would have been the last point where smart money traders would like to put the price higher, because if they would like to continue with the bearish trend, because they don't have enough liquidity to bring the price that much to the upside, because there are not too much people on shorts, because more people are into longs, then we need to reflect the situation, and this is why I put my target over there. This is kind of my thinking that I have, and this is how you should act in the markets, because otherwise you will never succeed over here. That's basically it. This is why I closed here. This is why I did not put the price my target here. Okay, I could have putting it. I would have been doubling my position at the point, which would have been super great. But the probability for the situation is not really high, so I didn't figure out this situation right now. What I could have been doing is putting my stop loss to entry, yes, but for me, I'm happy with 17R. It's kind of the target of the week. Done. I can go right now to bed to sleep because I'm done for the week. That's kind of my mindset that I have behind it. Okay, so you don't need right now to trade too much, because at the end you will just make a bunch of failures. So be also with less, be proud of it, be happy with it, and don't try to be too greedy at the end. Okay, that's also kind of a mindset thing which I've learned with my experience. Well, that's basically it. Now what I wanted to give you is also kind of an update, so what we can expect right now. You missed that move, Darius. What is the market doing? Well, probably we will push right now more to the upside, and the thing is that you have a ton of liquidity. So my idea basically is on the GBPUSD, I'm expecting price to go crazy to the upside. So that's one of my scenarios. Darius. That's one of my scenarios that I'm expecting. Price could push up higher to come into this zone. Keep that in mind. But keep also in mind, price could go here lower to target this zone as well. So you have these two options. Now, price will decide it very soon. If it will go here, more than likely price will go crazy to the upside without giving us here any kind of correctional patterns. We faced a similar situation already here. Okay, so price will go like this. This is what I'm expecting currently in the GU to occur as well. It's a possibility. And if this will not occur, then I'm looking for price to go here short again in order to tap into this demand lower before pushing up higher. So this option, or this option, or this option, okay, we have currently. Always reflect everything and choose wisely. If you have exact rules for these scenarios, you can go for every 4 trades and you will miss 3 of them, but you will bank a huge profit on the successful one, and that's it. That's how you should face it. These are all potential possibilities, but the thing is, we can just wait right now for the market to see how it will react, to wait for additional confirmations, for the price action confirmation, for the real ones, and then you can, for example, delete then this scenario, then you can delete this one, then you can delete, for example, this one or this one. Okay, then you will have just 2 scenarios or just 1 scenario, and the probability will be super high with very tight stop loss, and you will bank a huge profit. That's it, guys. Well, that's for this video. You have right now my scenarios. If you are already into smart money concept trades, try to figure it out on the lower time frame, something to get involved in one of these directions. And that's basically it, guys. We will see you then next time with a new video. Have a good trading week, guys. Bye bye.